Hi guys, I'm Jaina. Welcome back to my channel for another video this week. If you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I put up a poll on whether you wanted me to do a tutorial on how I use my Dyson Airwrap to kind of achieve really full bouncy hair. Like I've said in before videos, I do have quite thin hair when it comes to texture, but I do hairstyles that suit my hair to kind of lift my hair and also make it a really voluminous look. I'm also undergoing herbal treatment because I had a lot of hair loss last year after I suffered with COVID. So I will do another video to talk about my hair loss journey and like what I've been doing to kind of help that. However, today's video is all about how I achieve this fun, bouncy, blow dry hair look using my Dyson Airwrap. So I do use multiple heads when I am doing this look. So keep watching and find out how I use my Airwrap and how you can achieve super bouncy curls. So I really don't like brushing my hair when it's wet because I have a lot of hair loss and a lot of hair fallout. So I try not to do it. So I'll either do it while it's got conditioner in because that's when my natural hair is shredding anyway, or I will just use like a really light brush just to kind of get the knots out at the end. I don't tend to have too many knots at the top because I do use conditioner all the way through. But yeah, I just brush through my hair. And as you can see, I'm being really light. I always start at the ends and go through to the top. And I always hold it at the top so only your like natural hair that is in the shedding phase falls out rather than all of my hair just being pulled out. Basically, once my hair is brushed how I want it to, I will just part my hair. And because my hair is wet, obviously you want the hair to be damp. That's the best way that the curls will hold in. So what I like to do first is I like to go in with my hairdryer tool and I just make sure that is in place, and I literally will just blast this all over my hair just to kind of take it from wet to damp. And mainly kind of dry it more at my roots, and the edges I don't mind if they're like a little bit more damp. So I'm just going to do that and speed this up. Like to tip my whole head upside down and dry underneath my hair properly. So to undo the head, you obviously pull this down and it releases the head that is on it. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of frizz when I do that. So what I do like to do, I attach this brush head just to kind of get a smoother look. So I again will switch that on at medium heat. And I like to just run that all through my hair to kind of tame, should not have worn lip gloss for a hair video, just to kind of tame the frizz, and you can kind of see the difference in it before and after. So my hair is still quite damp, but the roots I feel a little bit drier, and that for me is like the perfect kind of point that I want to then go in with the curl.
So the first thing I do is I want to take my hair and put it into sections. I find that it works better when I go from bottom to top. So I will just section off in 3 sections, starting with the bottom.
Now, I did get a lot of requests on my Instagram on how I got the hair really curly using the wand. So I thought that would probably be the best video to show you first. And then the rest of the series is going to be the different hairstyles that I do using the other parts and the other heads of the Dyson Airwrap. So for the first one, I'm going to show you how I get that really curly, bouncy look. To do that, I take I think it's the 30mm, the small, skinny one. Like I said, I have the long kit, so it is great for longer hair. So I just take that and I will apply that to the stick and hear it click. What the arrows look like when you're looking at the reflection in the mirror. So that is the way the barrel is going to turn, but it is not when you look at it like this. It's always the reflection in the mirror. My hair, you always want to kind of take your hair away from your face. I do sometimes like to have it on my face. It just kind of gives it that textured, feathered look. But for this kind of blowout look, you always want to take it away from your face. So how I do that is I make sure that I'm looking at the correct arrow in the mirror. And one thing I have learnt how to do is, without having to change my barrel, I will actually just use this on both sides of my head, and I will just change the positioning of how I'm holding my air wrap rather than having to keep changing this for each side I'm doing. But like I said, you always want the arrow to face the direction of the hair, which should always be away from your face. So I'm going to show you how I do that now. So I take a smaller section of hair, and you want to kind of hold it here where you have at least, I think that's like maybe 7 centimeters, maybe like 5 to 7 centimeters of hair left at the bottom. Then you want to put the air wrap on, and you can just see it get carried in to the air wrap. And you want to make sure that's on really secure. So I kind of just give it a little bounce, and then I let it go, and I let my hair just take it all in.
Once I've had it on the heat setting for about 10 seconds, I will then go in and blast it for about 5 to 10 seconds on the cold setting. And you want to feel this just to make sure that it is really cold, that it's coming through it. And this is going to just help set the curls in place. Then to remove my hair, you turn the Dyson Airwrap off.
And you can see that you have just a really bouncy ringlet curl, and I leave it. I don't touch it. I just let it sit until I've done the rest of my hair, and then I work my hands through my hair. And that's how I tend to keep the curls in, by just leaving them. I don't touch them until like I need to leave the house or until I want to get my desired look. So I'm going to go in and do the rest of my hair. I'm going to do another section here in real time so you can see, and then I'm going to speed up the... And then I blast it with the cold air for about 10 seconds. And turn it off, and then the hair just falls out of the barrel, and you can see that you are left, you can see that I'm left with a really bouncy curl, and that is how I do it. So I'm going to speed up the rest of the video just while I do this, and I will show you how I do it on the other side with the same head without changing. Okay, so when it comes to doing the opposite side of my hair using the same barrel, I have not changed the top of the barrel. All I do is turn my Dyson Airwrap upside down, and that way the arrow is facing in the direction of the hair. You can change the barrel just so it's easier, so you're kind of not struggling. For the bottom, I don't really mind. I will just use the same one, and I use the same technique. I switch it on, let the hair gather, and then after 10 seconds, I will blast it with cold for 10 seconds. Let that wrap all the way around. Blast it with the cold. And you want to wait until you can really feel that it is cold. And then you turn it off. You release the hair from the barrel, and simple as that. Again, try not to touch it, and the same again. Some people find it easier to use both barrels just so it's not falling off at the end, or it's just easy to hold it like this, because you can kind of get a sore if you do it like this. I only use the small thin barrel for kind of the bottom sections of my hair, and then to kind of get the top a little bit bouncier, I do go in with the bigger barrel. So I'm going to show you how I do that now. So for this side, I'm gonna actually use the correct side barrel just to show you how you do that as well. So I'm just gonna release that, and be careful when you touch that, as it will be really hot. Just place the opposite side barrel, double check in the mirror that the arrows are going in the direction that you need them to go in. Again, grab the small section of hair. You want it to be 5 to 7 centimeters from the bottom. Turn your Airwrap on. this part of my hair, I go in with the wider barrel, so I just click that into place. I do the exact same technique, but the wider barrel just gives it a kind of a little bit more of a voluminous and a little bit natural on top where it's not too heavy.
So for the front section of my hair, the fringe area, I take the barrel brush and I literally just roll that back on my hair just to get a little bit of volume.
So then once I am done with my desired look, I bring all my hair to the front and I literally run my fingers through it. I try not to use a brush too much because I don't want to lose that definition like this. Yeah, so I just run my fingers down into the hair, but by keeping, and you can see at how voluminous that gives me. The front bit is my absolute fave, like it just pulls all my hair away, but it just gives me so much like volume here, and I love this kind of flick going on. I honestly don't put any product in my hair after I've done it. It holds it enough. It will probably hold it for maybe like 2 days like this, and on the third day the curls are like a little bit more loose and it's a little bit more of a blow dry, like a true blow dry. But yeah, I don't put any product on it. Sometimes I'll put smoothing serum on it just to kind of give it that extra shine, but I don't know if you can see on camera, like the hair looks in really good condition anyway. It's super smooth and super sleek, even though it's like a curly, bouncy, blow dry look. And that is how I use my Dyson Airwrap. If you liked how I styled my hair using my Airwrap, do not forget to like this video and do not forget to hit the subscribe button to my channel for weekly content. Like I said, I will be doing a little Dyson Airwrap series on what other hairstyles I can achieve using my Airwrap and all the heads that come with the full kit. I'll see you in next week's video.